안녕하세요. 아시아경제TV 코인인터뷰입니다. 저는 오늘 사회를 맡은 김기현입니다. 자, 오늘 코인인터뷰를 찾은 네 번째 게스트는요. SelfSell의 리우리꽁입니다. 자, 안녕하세요. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? So, could you introduce yourself a little bit to our viewers?
Okay. Hello, everyone online. This is Ligong. I'm from the SelfSell project. Currently, I'm the co-founder of the SelfSell, and I'm responsible for the product design. And also, I lead the whole technical team to release the final product. And it's my pleasure and very happy to be here. And actually, I already have 15 years working experience after 7 years of the technical training from the university. I major in computer science. And then I go to a telecom industry. I moved two companies. The first one is ZTE. It's a China telecom giant. And then I go to a Canada company named Notel. In that experience, I'm responsible for the developing the telecom product. So I lead a 12-person development team and release the enterprise level software. And after, sorry.
Oh, no, keep going.
Okay. After that, I think I'm more interested in the client-related issues. I want to work closely with our client and understand their needs, maybe deliver some of the products that could influence tens of thousands of people. So I go to IBM, and in IBM, I take a mixed role, not only the technical architect, but also responsible for product design and product strategy. And then 4 years later, I think I need to involve more business, every aspect of the business, from the financial to the marketing. So I go to the Switzerland, and I got an MBA degree there. And after that, there is a blockchain trend. So I joined a blockchain company named Beijing Xinjiang Technology. It's a blockchain company that provide various of the industry solutions that are based on the blockchain. For instance, we provide a solution to supply chain management companies that we use the blockchain technology to track the goods of the delivery, so nobody could change the record on the supply chain management. But also, I moved to provide some solution, for example, the supply chain finance. We issue the blockchain-based e-notes, and it's actually also got the first prize in China national competition based on blockchain.
Okay. So, well, obviously you had a very long experience in this telecommunication and other technological aspect of your life. But may I ask, how did you first engage in the cryptocurrency market?
Yeah, actually, it's not very early. I first, if I recall correctly, maybe in the 2011 or 2012, I heard the word of the Bitcoin, not the blockchain at that time. And somebody told me that you can mining the Bitcoins and earn some money. But at that time, I'm not very familiar with the blockchain technology. I think why I should earn that kind of money. At that time, I was in IBM, and there was a lot of advanced technology in cloud industry, in various, a lot of the innovations. So at that time, I'm not really going into this industry. But after that, maybe in the 2013, 14, I heard the blockchain technology, and I tried to learn and understand what behind this technology. I think it's really awesome technology. And I think if I just learn by myself, why not I'm joining one of the blockchain companies. So in 2016, I joined the Beijing Xinjiang Technology.
Oh, okay. So now it's probably a time for you to explain the proud SelfSell. So could you explain a little bit about the SelfSell, please?
Yeah. Maybe I start from the history of the SelfSell. The idea actually was innovated from 2011 from the founder of SelfSell, Liuan. Actually, at that time, he is working some of the social project to investigate the students' economic level and how they are go into the Korea market. I think it's quite sad. I may say that since it's very hard for the students from the poor families, even he has a lot of the talents, it's very hard to go into the upper level. Here I have a chart. Maybe you could not see it very clearly, but it's an investigation from the US market.
Yeah.
But also very similar to the China and other major market. You can see here. Here is the parent income from very low percentage.
Low percentage.
Yes, this is a high income family. So their children at the age of the 30, they usually has the most possibility have the very low income, but the child from the rich family, they usually have very high income. So the idea is generated at that time. We want to build a platform that could help the every talents. If they have the real potentials, we would like to help them to grow, to raise money, to help them to create a caring community, to bring them a better future.
Okay, so SelfSell project has basically initiated in China first,
yeah,
right? And then does the ICO, is ICO still ongoing in China mainland?
No, actually we completed I'm not going to ICO, but the private placement very quickly. We raised $30 million in just 25 hours. So we are not go to the public, and even we refuse some of the money from the institution investors. So we are not looking for raise money publicly now.
So, well, I mean, $13 million in 25 hours is pretty impressive. So what would be the unique aspect of SelfSell's technology?
I believe it's not innovation from the social value, but also bring a lot of the technical uniqueness. I would state three of them. First, I think is scalability. I think when you check the common blockchain project, I think you can see scalability is one of the major issues. For instance, you say Ethereum is try to resolve the scalability using sharding technology and the reading network. And consider the business model of SelfSell. We are going to issue tokens for millions of the talents. So each person has their own tokens. So on one blockchain, there has millions of the tokens. It has a lot of the pressure, not only on the transaction rate, but also how many coins you can support on this platform. So we design our blockchain system from the very beginning with high scalability. And the second, I think, SelfSell project just combines the big data technology with blockchain. You know, when a talent want to issue a token on our platform, the first thing we met is how we evaluate the value. Basically, we build a model that helps us to evaluate what's the value of these talents. Maybe we collect a lot of the information. For students, we can collect the GPAs. We can collect the feedback of his friends, his parents, or even his boss. And a lot of the other things, for instance, the financial background. And combine all of this big data, we build a model that helps us to evaluate his future value. It's from the statistics point of view. And not only a big data solution, we combine the big data technology with our blockchain. So the blockchain could protect the data to help the people provide integrated, honest data on that. That's the second part. For the third part, I think we have automation for our smart contract system. You know, Bitcoin, if we say Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer solutions, just for money transfer, but Ethereum bring the blockchain to the next level. They support the business solutions that could build on the Ethereum. And in our SelfSell platform, we use a smart contract to distribute the repayment to all investors. I just want to give you an example. For instance, one of the talent raised the money from a lot of the investor. It could be thousands or even tens of the thousands of people. If he needed to repay monthly every investors manually, it's totally a disaster, right? It can't be a real project. But in our system, we use a smart contract system. So for the talents, it's quite easy. He just need to click one button, and with one button, the money go to the smart contract, and smart contract distributes the value automatically to all the investors.
Wow, so this is certainly your first time interviewing, right?
Yeah.
Because you're amazing. You have this all the preparation ready. It's like without any hesitation, all the flow. That's just amazing.
Thank you. That's my project we co-created, so we should be familiar with it.
Sure. So SelfSell seems like they put a lot of emphasis on human being. You know, they invest a lot of money or a lot of time or efforts into this SelfSell, people-centered. Pretty much similar to what our government is looking for right now. So what is the reason behind this SelfSell trying to put people-centered in your project?
I think, just like I said, we try to resolve the inequality of the society. I think it's the initial idea of our SelfSell platform, but I want to explain more from the business model side, because if we just have a good idea but without the business support, it can't grow very well. So for this question, I think I want to explain from the two points of view, one from the investor point of view and another from investee point of view. So from the investor point of view, I want to explain why it's for investor it's a good idea to invest human. I think the idea is quite straightforward. For instance, currently we can invest a lot of things. Right. For example, the bonds, the public fund, the stocks, the real estate, a lot of the things. But from my side, what creates the real value behind this project? I believe it's people. It's people's effort, people's wisdom contribute to these companies, so they have the good stock value. So why we not invest these people directly? And I would like to invest people with companies. For example, startup companies. Sure. We all know for startup companies, the failure rate is quite high. Maybe over 90% of the startup company will fail. So the investors, from the investor point of view, their money just goes away. But for the people, even if the people, for example, a young talent after graduate, he does not get a very good opportunity to earn a lot of money. For the investor, maybe in the first 5 years or 7 years, he does not get a good repayment. But his life is not ended. He still has 20, 30 years to grow him very well. So from the investor, he still could get some good feedback. That's the analysis from the risk point of view. So I believe invest people is much lower risk comparing with startup companies.
So that brings me to the next question, which is, you just said there's so many less fortunate but talented young people out there who just don't have enough opportunities. Then how does exactly SelfSell help them develop or be part of the SelfSell project?
Yeah, I think we could divide it into several different steps. The first, I think we need to find the talents that have real potentials. And the second, I think we need to present it very well so we can find enough investors to invest in. I want to explain a little more about the whole process from the investors and investees. For example, I'm a young talent. I'm looking for some money to develop my future studies. For example, a good MBA school is need a lot of money. Sure. I just work for 2 or 3 years. I does not have the money. So I explain that to SelfSell platform, and the SelfSell platform may ask some questions to investigate my background, my GPAs, or my feedback from my friends.
So your family, your friends, everything.
Yes, that's true. And after evaluation, maybe the SelfSell platform gave a value. on my estimation. So if I accept it, I'm going to sign a contract with the SelfSell platform, and we will release my own token on SelfSell platform. So that means basically I would show on SelfSell platform. So at that time, every investors could look at my information, even communicate with me further to understand whether they are interested to invest in me. And absolutely before that, we will do necessary know your customer, anti-money laundering, such kind of thing to invest the money from the investor are clear and they have the good knowledge on this professional investment. So
keep going.
After that, the investor need to go to cryptocurrency exchange. They need to purchase SelfSell coins and transfer the SelfSell coins back to the SelfSell platform. We have a token storage component. So when the SelfSell coins go to the token storage, they can use the tokens, the SelfSell tokens, to buy the talents token. And the talents token go back to the investor's pocket.
So it's really similar to crowdfunding in a way, and platform-wise, but then it's actually different because crowdfunding is actually money being transited. But then whereas this SelfSell is everything is done by the Bitcoin the token.
I think the idea is similar, and actually in the first stage of SelfSell platform we are using the similar idea, but we add a more additional components or benefits to crowdfunding concept. I think the first one, as you said, we use a blockchain technology. So it's helped to build the trust, make the process more transparent and automatically. The second part, I think we combine the big technology to our platform. And more importantly, I think that's the crowdfunding concept does not have. We use a law in the US, it's called income sharing agreement. So basically it means I can use my future 10 years, 20 years income, just a small portion of it, and repay to the investor. So it's so different with a loan or donation. It's investor could get some repayment, and for the investee, they get enough resources. Not only the money, and like crowdfunding, you get a lot of support from the caring community.
Okay, so that's great. And then, when people invest, they do it for two reasons. They do it for a good deed to help young people grow, but at the same time, of course, you invest to earn money, right?
Yes.
So how, in terms of getting your investment back, how would your project would not necessarily guarantee, but help all the investors get their investment back?
Yes, from the process point of view, I think it's quite easy. Just like I said, we have a smart contract-based automation process. So as an investee, after I sign the contract with the SelfSell platform, for instance, I need to repay the money monthly, and every month I just need to click that button. So the SelfSell coins go back to the smart contract and deliver to all the investors. But from the risk point of view, we also have a lot of the solutions to resolve this risk issue. Maybe some of the people may think, what if this people does not repay as our contract delivery? I think we have several approaches. The first approach is we reduce the difficulties of obligations. As I said, we just allow the investees to use only a small portion of his income. For instance, 5% or even 10%. It's not, it does not allow somebody want to use his 80% or 50% of his income because it's too risky. He might just take that money and give up fighting for his life. And yes, another approach is to reduce the obligation or fulfillment. We use the technology of smart contracts, so it's quite easy for investee. He need just click the button. Also, especially at the very beginning of the project stage, we will choose our candidates very carefully. For instance, we are we are going to invest his background, whether he's honest, whether he's would like to communicate with our investors. All the process need to be transparent and with a lot of the honest. And also we actually investigate a lot of the law process in different countries. They have some different situations for different countries. For example, in Norway, it's quite easy to check another person's tax. So it's absolutely public and transparent. I just need to pay a very small point of the fee to know his tax, so I know his income. So he does not could not lie to me his income. And also in some other countries, we can sign a contract with the investee, so he will allow us to check the tax from the government. So it's more easy for us to track the history. And also we build a credit rating or potential rating system. We are not only just one time to evaluate his real value. With the time goes on, his repayment, how he behaves, and his token's price may maybe go down or go up. So we can adjust our model and track his credit rating, is go up or go down.
Wow, so it's very convenient. Let me just ask you a couple other questions. This is more casual question than the technological aspect. SelfSell, like you said, is really focusing on the people-centered.
Yeah.
So I heard that SelfSell is working a lot. Besides all the different social affairs, they also really help improving the poverty that's going on around, of course, in China and around the world. And why would you be very interested in participating in the anti-poverty movement?
Yeah, I think it's quite similar and directly related to our initial idea to remove the inequality, especially help the people that do not have enough resources. It could be from the poor family, it could come from the poor underdeveloped countries or areas. So it's quite direct to our platform. But from the progress of the SelfSell platform, I think we have different stages. In the first stage, I think is quite easy or less regulated by the government, is like the crowdfunding platform. We are not going to use future income as the repayment, but we use kind of the service. For example, for a superstar, he can issue his own token, not for his future income, but for the kind of the rights or service or physical product, anything he wanted to share with his friends. I do say, actually yesterday I met a friend of Korea. He showed me some of the very similar idea that a very popular girl, he raised money on the crowdfunding platform and just to take the photo album and give the photo album to every investors.
Investors.
Yes.
Wow. That's a great idea. So that also leads to our next question. Besides all the social affairs, that a lot of activities that you've been involved, this Top Stars cooperation really caught my eye. What is this Top Stars cooperation?
Yeah, it's from, just like I said, from the very beginning of our project, I think we need to attract a lot of the attentions from our investors. I think if we sign a top star, it's quite easy for us to attract a lot of the attentions from his funds and also from every cryptocurrency investors. Actually, we already have some activity on this. I believe in the March of this year, you will see the first superstar on our platform.
Sure. So right now, if we move to China, so let's talk about China. In China, right now, the cryptocurrency is currently officially banned.
Yeah.
So does it have any sort of effect or impact on SelfSell?
Yes, it could be impact on SelfSell, but I do think our major market is not only, or I would say at this stage, it's not China market. As I said, for the income sharing program, it's a US law, and in the European, we have very similar ideas. For instance, in France, there is a law called CIP. It's under the crowdfunding laws. And also in these mature countries, the credit rating and the credit background is more mature. We can get the credit and financial background more easily. So it's helped us to make the product faster delivery in the US and European market. And yes, we have some divisions in US, and we also currently is registering a company in Switzerland, Zug, have very wonderful cryptocurrency policies and regulations there.
That's great. Right now, the cryptocurrency in Korea is a very hot issue as well. So how do you forecast or foresee Korean cryptocurrency market in 2018 or in the long term?
Yes, actually, I love the Korean cryptocurrency market. I know a lot of the news recently in the Korean. For example, the government have some regulations, but I believe most of the regulation is very helpful for the long-term growth of the Korea crypto market. For instance, the KYC and AML policy, I believe it must be followed in every country. And also, I think it helps to reduce the difference. You know, previously in the Korea crypto market, the Bitcoins or some cryptocurrencies price is higher than other market. And at this stage, I think the difference is quite little. And also, I see some of the activities, for instance, a lot of the cryptocurrency investors go on street and ask the regulators not ban. I think it's reflect a kind of the phenomenon in Korea. I think maybe more portion of the population get involved into this cryptocurrency market than China or any other places. So maybe the investors in Korea is more mature. They want to learn about the cryptocurrency and the technology behind it.
Well, excuse me. I hate to say that we're running out of time, so this could be our last question. What is the ultimate goal of the SelfSell? How do you project your future with the SelfSell?
Maybe I just want to explain it very shortly. I would like to say our vision. Our vision actually is try to help everyone, every young talent, to reach their goal, their dreams, by leverage our platform to actually treating his own future value and bring his future value to present. He can use the present various resources, including money and community support, to actually amplify and bring him a better future. That's our vision.
So briefly, can you tell us, our Coin interview viewers, can you leave a few words for all of the viewers that are watching you right now?
Yeah, I'm quite excited to be invited here. I think a little bit nervous. And I would like to say, if you are watching our program right now, and if you are interested to our idea, no matter as an investor or you are a young talent want to raise money on our platform, do not hesitate to join our community. We have the Telegram, we have Twitter, we have Facebook. Just follow us. Also, I think this platform, as a coincast, is a great platform. I would like you to click the subscribe button, the bell button, and click the like button.
Thank you. 자, 고맙습니다. 자, 오늘 인터뷰에 응해주신 리우리공 대표님 정말 감사드리고요. 코인 인터뷰가 준비한 내용은 여기까지입니다. 코인 인터뷰는 앞으로도 더욱더 공정하고 또 유익한 코인 정보를 위해서 노력하도록 하겠습니다. 고맙습니다.